In real estate, first impressions aren't just important, they are everything. With today's digital market, it is so important for us to put the best photography first. And it all begins with preparing our clients how to stage the property before the photographer comes to the set. When a property is clean and decluttered, it not only helps the photographer, but it also helps the realtors have a more professionalism, having that pre-coaching before we come. One simple and effective way to prepare your clients is give them a PDF of a pre-preparation shoot list, involving in suggestions for the interior and the exterior. And by doing this, you will not only save time, but this is something that the realtor can print out for their potential seller. A little checklist helps a lot of people stay organized before we come. And you will have some clients that won't maybe follow the full guidelines, and you might still have to move a few things, but hopefully it saves you a lot of time when you're in the shoot, having them prepare a little bit before we come. One of the simplest ways to explain home prep to sellers is prepare the home as if guests were arriving for a vacation rental. Ask the seller, what would you leave out and what would you tuck away as if the home was being rented out as an Airbnb or VRBO. This mindset helps the sellers depersonalize and declutter without being overwhelmed. You might be asking, why do we need to coach people how to pick up their homes? Shouldn't they know how to clean their homes? Aren't they wanting to sell their home? Well, everybody's clean is different, and some people don't realize that having all this stuff on this counter kind of distracts you away from seeing the built-in amenities that this property has to offer. So by coaching our client on what to remove and how to stage it is something that's so important. And they might not have it all the way ready when we get there, but hopefully they have the big major things moved. And when we're there, we can just kind of do some subtle adjustments and make the listing stand out even beyond what they thought was even possible. As you can tell, there is a lot of items sitting out on the counter. And what this does is it unfortunately distracts the seller from the backsplash and the counter. So it's highly recommended to give that realtor that prepare list so that we don't have to deal with a lot of this when we get onto the set. As you can tell, we took out a lot of items, but the benefit to this is now the seller and the buyer have the opportunity to actually showcase what they're actually purchasing. They can actually focus on what kind of tile it is, what kind of counters, the cabinet color. They're not distracted by the stuff anymore. So as a media company, it is great to have more of a blank canvas because our job is to get the potential buyer there and fall in love with the place. But if there's so much to look at, it gets them a little distracted. So again, to reinstate the importance of getting that preparation list to your client ahead of time is so important. It would have saved me so much time not having to move all those items. So again, get that list over to the client, get them to move all that stuff, and it's okay to move a couple things while we're here at the listing, but getting them to move the majority of it before we get here is going to be more efficient and more professional for everyone. Now, even well-prepared properties, there might be still small minor tweaks that we need to make while we're on site. Maybe a pillow needs to be fluffed, or even the furniture could be just a little adjusted. These small changes makes the photos look even more polished. Taking the time to make these little adjustments shows your professionalism and makes the final result much better. It's these extra details that set your business apart and make both the realtor and the seller feel confident in your work. So remember, as a real estate photographer, your job doesn't just end when you pick up the camera. Take the time to provide a preparation guide for your realtors and clients and help coach their clients and sellers on how to properly get ready before you arrive. It will save you time, create better photos, and build your reputation as a pro.